Hi guys, how are you?
Good, how are
Very
you?
well. You look like you're in a fabulous
I
place.
know.
I'm in a hotel lobby because I had to check out of my room. So I'm in the lobby.
In
So it
there, babe.
looks very nice.
Been there.
In there, babe.
Uh to start, Daphne, you have probably one of my favorite songs in this show because I love the duet that you and Stephanie get to do. I think it is so beautiful. And yeah, I know you guys have worked together in the past, and she was telling me how she was obsessed with you as a teenager, so it was like a dream for her. But when you come on a show like this, and as I'm a theater kid, so like hearing everyone's voices was my joy because I got to pinpoint. Like I was like, oh, there's Christian Borle, there's Alex Brightman, and I was like pinpoint everyone. When you get to lend your voice to something like this and sing a song that is like beautiful, what is the joy of kind of being a part of a show like this that is so just like beholden to like your voice?
You said it. I mean, you really did. I was quelling. That's the word that comes to mind. Quelling. When I heard this song with Stephanie. I have to confess, I was surprised. It was like when I did the project, it was during a time when we were all isolated anyway. So I sang the song, I did the job, and I left it alone. I let it go. And then time like really passed, and other people were stirring the pot, making the cake, marinating the stew. And here we are last night, in the theater watching this end product. I was kind of, I got a little, moist under the eyes, under the eyes. Okay.
Yeah, listen,
Um,
the word, you used the word.
be
I love
clear. No,
it.
I really did. Okay, I got moist.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's very moisturizing to see the end product.
And I do love, like I was saying, I'm obsessed with how many just Broadway people are in this show. Because I think I said it to Jeremy and all of them. I was like, you can tell the difference when you're watching something and there's like performers who you're like, oh yes, they're an actor who can sing versus like theater people,
Yes.
and it
Are
makes
we in
the show.
there?
But it makes the show so fun for me because I was like, it took off the fear of like, are they going to hit this note? I was like, yeah, they're all Broadway people. It's fine, we're good. For you, like you're one of the like I don't like using the word legends, but you are someone who like you say your name and you're like, oh yes, I've seen her in this, and like all my friends have something they've seen you in. And so, what
Are you
about
talking
a
to Jessica? I
yeah?
want to just.
I was talking to Jessica, but it's like I love like with the show. What it for you was the draw to like getting to do this on the level that is so kind of I like how New York level actor based it is.
Oh my God. I mean, number one, like Daphne said, coming into this really at the beginning of the Pandy was something I didn't realize how many people were going to be attached to it until all of this came to fruition with Prime Video and with all of the rollout for the series to happen mid-January. And to be with colleagues who you admire so much is something amazing too, because like you said, all of your friends have seen something that we've all done, and have a memory of a moment that we've had in the theater, but we have those memories too of each other. And it's cool to get to work with each other, but not in your typical way. I mean, we are in a studio, and my scenes with Alex Brightman, I didn't even know. I mean, we didn't get to do those together. So what I've learned with my character is like you ain't seen nothing yet, which is very cool. Which is very cool for me to know and to be able to still have, a lot more to say when it comes to villainous treachery. Yeah. And
Yeah,
also,
there's a lot more to come.
like moistness, there's just a lot of moistness. And we're all experiencing it in real time together. So I think what we normally expect from doing a Broadway show 8 times a week, it's so different when it comes to this, because the minute that animated series came into my inbox of you booked this thing, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, yes, yes, because this is something that's been on my bucket list. And to know how large it was before we even got to come onto it, is really cool because now we're riding the wave for however long to come. So it's an honor.
Yeah, and I do love Daphne, like I said, one of my favorite things to do in the show was pick out voices. And the minute I saw you appear, the minute that I heard your voice, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so into this character and everything she's doing. Because like
Yay!
I'm that kid who I listened to you consistently, so much so that I'm like, that voice is ingrained
Oh,
in my brain. I can't escape it.
same.
But
Yes,
Same.
Rachel, that's correct. I'm in your head now. I'm in your bloodstream, and I'm
like
there
you're
for good.
there. But when you get to kind of like play, and both of you get to play these more like not villains, I don't want to call them that, but these darker characters, what for both of you was the most fun of getting to dive into those characters in just a vocal performance?
The cursing. No. Um, for all of it, the whole bag, the whole package. Um, it's like a ride. And, not to I mean, at the risk of repetition, it's so beautiful to get to work. We're so lucky. We're so lucky to do what we love with people that we dig,
Mhm.
and have these wonderful surprises, which is like, oh, snap, Keith David is doing this, Patina Miller is doing this, Christina Lavado. Oh my God. I know these people personally, and I love these people professionally. I'm proud to stand next to Jessica. I knew Jessica before I knew Jessica.
Yeah,
Do you
we met for the actual first time in person last night, but it's so
Yeah.
cool
Okay.
to meet somebody who you have such an admiration for
Whose
because of
work you know.
yes,
You
and work ethic. And coming into this, it's kind of like when things we saw 3 episodes last night, and I there's so much more to come that now I'm starting to remember that I did. So, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm really excited to sort of see all of the things that are about to happen because coming in and being, I mean, I'm not going to mince my words. I'm enjoying the villain era, Rachel. I'm going to say it. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I want to cosplay the next time around. I'm just throwing it out there. And
No apologies.
no apologies, babe. And so the fact that we get to do this in a very cool way of seeing yourself on a big screen and you're speaking this character to life. And I know for me, mine gets to be so dark and it continues to get so much darker.
My hair is really high and my eyes are red.
Yes, and I don't even have eyes. So it's just fabulous.
Yes,
Great.
and
Can't
I'm
wait.
always walking on point.
Yes, that's right.
I love it. It's like,
It's it's so good. Truly, like I'm obsessed with the show. I can't wait for people to get to see it. And thank you guys so much for talking with me today. It
bye,
means a lot as my little
Rachel.
theater kid.